Howdy folks, AK here, back with some more Zenless Zone Zero. Apologies for tardiness. I wanted to start earlier than today than I would have on my day off, but life be weird, as it is. Can't do nothing about it, except get on with it. Got a can of coconut juice right here, so mind the sounds. So last time, we did the first round of the Hollow Championship tournament thing, and predictably, as what happened in a lot of these anime style plots involving tournaments, somebody decided to go and cheat, and there's multiple parties involved. And it involves a big bad wolf who we now know is the name of Romeo. And that name was very hard to spell and pronounce for a good couple minutes until I got used to it. And Moors was also there, so we have regular human-sized wolf firing with bigger, psychotic, bloodthirsty wolf to go along with them. And the big wolf, Romeo, kind of reminds me of Bane, strangely enough. What with the whole the black clothes, the face mask, and the very obvious liquid injector things on his back. So I'm sensing a little similarities there. And Cissia had a complete panic attack from seeing him. And not only does she seem to know him, even Promia knows him. So apparently they were all part of some very violent, bloodthirsty gang back in the day. Of course, I don't know much on the details, but we'll find out as we go along. And there was also a whole bunch of hollows that were frozen in place with bird feathers stuck onto their head cores. And I have a feeling a certain Miss Pink-Haired Crow Thyron might be the culprit. And, most likely. So, that being said, we're gonna go talk to Cissia, who's snoozing in her room and is likely still having a Vietnam-era flashback from that whole incident. Also, we played with Billy again. Originally, it was supposed to be Nicole being in there, but she had an accident. And then Cissia ended up filling in for her, and we got to play with her. And her combat style and gameplay felt very, very similar to Yanagi. But faster. Way faster, but very similar. So it kind of felt like they took an existing concept and they were like, okay, we're kind of running short on ideas. What do we do here? Let's go give this other character's moveset and kind of switch it up a bit. That's kind of how it feels to me, honestly. Not that that's a bad thing, with the whole spear turning into a lightning whip, but the general feel of the gameplay did feel very similar. And hey, Atsuchi, enjoy your coconut juice. Much appreciated. So with that said, let's go and check up on our snake girl. See what relation she has to the big bad wolves. And Promia, who looks like Bayonetta in a straitjacket under that clothing. You knock on Belle's bedroom door with an armful of snacks. The door opens and a shadow darts out and grabs the snacks. Also, Cissia is a glutton. She's like Shaggy. Shaggy with a very similar disposition to the VTuber Ebiko. I mean, look her up. Orangey blonde hair, very gremlin-ish looking face. Not to mention the sex appeal. Only difference is the animal theme, where Cissia is a snake and Ebiko is a combination of a tiger and a prawn, which is kind of shrimp. Yeah, an unusual combination, but that's what she went with. I do find it funny how some VTubers will come up with the weirdest of combinations, where some of them actually fit surprisingly well. Like, there was one I recently followed, I can't remember the name, but she was basically like a Grim Reaper combined with an orca, which, that's an inspired choice. Really is. Well, with the whole being Apex Hunter of the Sea and all that. And then you see other ones, like I said, with Ebiko, where it's like a tiger prawn, like, okay. Kinda weird, but you're rocking it. I see the vision. You're feeling better. Want to talk about what happened?
You look better. So, do you want to talk about what happened out there earlier?
Foxy, I want more.
Spit out the wrapper, you fool.
Hold on, Cissia. This is my last snack. Please spit out the wrapper. And my hand, too.
I bit you for a reason. I'm interrogating you, so don't lie to me. Back in the competition, when we ran into Black Wolf, I could tell from your breathing and heartbeat that you were terrified too. So why did you...
Someone's got to do it, that's why.
Why didn't you just leave me and run?
Oh, I see what's going on here. She has abandonment issues. She has, unsurprisingly, a sad backstory that likely ties into this, and probably was expecting Wise to, well, justifiably so, turn around and run away and not want to get hurt. So, her being concerned isn't just for his safety, but also because maybe she has deep-seated issues of this sort. I don't know. I'm just confused. I'm just speculating. I just did it without thinking.
I don't really remember. I was probably too tense to think clearly. I just reacted out of instinct.
And again, when much of your life has been faced with taking on H.P. Lovecraft's god of monsters, it kind of becomes I guess bloodthirsty werewolves are kind of like second fiddle after a while.
So you didn't even know how terrifying those guys from the Outer Ring can be? What an idiot.
Well, Sons of Caledon, we do have experience, in fact. Not everyone there is bad.
People from the Outer Ring aren't all bad, you know. Billy, Lighter, Lucy, Caesar.
And then there's Bernice.
What are you even talking about? I mean those real monsters! That Promeo woman and Black Wolf, Romuald, they're both sweepers. In the Outer Ring, sweepers only do one thing. Cleaning.
And by cleaning, I think she means wanton slaughtering.
Useless, corrupted patients, rule breakers, anyone in the way. They all get swept out.
Sounds like a death squad, but one that acts on their own.
A lot of people say they take orders from Caledon, the strongest force the Outer Ring ever had.
The original Caledon, right? Yeah, them.
Caledon, the former dominant force in the Outer Ring. They collapsed a long time ago. It wasn't until recently that Caesar revived their name as the Sons of Caledon.
Funny how they're called that when most of their unit is women. So I just think that's funny.
I thought Caledon dissolved. Shouldn't the sweepers have disbanded as well?
Well, it's like the CIA. Even if you think they've... it's like the FBI and the CIA. Even though you think they might no longer have any use, they're going to try and find ways to completely justify their existence long past its expiration dates. So, yeah.
Well, the sweepers may have disbanded, but people like them don't just magically become good.
Or even retire. Especially if they love the power and the privileges that comes with it. Or if they have a certain kink that they love satisfying. Like wanton bloodlust.
You've dealt with them before, haven't you?
Yeah, I only survived because I ran fast enough. That was ages ago, back when I was drifting around the Outer Ring. Only way I got food was doing odd jobs for the biker gangs who controlled the oil supply. There were a lot of people like me. So many. We clawed that land and all that oil back from the hollows with our own hands. But none of it ever belonged to us. Because we were weak. Even if we fought tooth and nail to get our hands on something, the city folks would just immediately snatch it from us. The biker gangs were the only ones who could hold on to anything out here in the Outer Ring. So we had to play by their rules.
So, dog-eat-dog world, or snake-eat-snake world in this case.
Sometimes, some hotshot would get cocky thinking they could stand up to them. And every single time, they got squashed. Funny, right? That's what the old Outer Ring was like. To those big shots, our lives weren't worth more than ants on the street. Anytime I even heard a rumor that sweepers might be nearby, I'd pack up immediately. New hideout, never stayed in one place too long.
So she is from the Outer Ring, and every time sweepers would show up, she'd get the heck out of Dodge to avoid the bloodbath.
But then, one day, I ran out of food. At that rate, even Chalky, who'd been with me the whole time, would have starved to death. That's when someone told me I could scavenge places that'd been cleaned. Once the owners were gone, you could find valuable stuff. Most people were too scared to go near those places, though. I was scared too, but I was starving.
Let me guess, she found the site of a massacre, and it was not pleasant.
So you took the risk and scavenged those sites?
Yeah. I quietly followed the sweepers, Premia and Romuald. Waited until they finished cleaning a house and left, then snuck in through a window. But I wasn't the only one who showed up.
Hey, this ring's straight up plastic. We fought her for nothing.
Uh-oh. Aw, she was just a kid back then.
Ugh, snake tyrant blood on me. Just my luck. Who knows if she's poisonous?
Forget it. Let's leave. If we don't get out of here before the sweepers are back, we're done for.
I believe the correct term is venomous.
It's the sweepers!
Uh-oh. They're definitely dead, aren't they?
Found you. You're the last ones.
Please! Please don't kill us! We're just scavenging!
We just didn't want to go back into the hollows. We didn't mean to go against Caledon. Please, just let us go.
Uh-oh. Yep. Paired witness to a massacre, I should say. Yeesh. Apparently, ZZZ is actually the more graphic of the three main Hoyoverse games. Like, if Genshin, Impact, and Honkai Star Rail are rated T, this would probably be, at the very least, a very, very high T, or at the very least, a solid or lower level rated M. Like somewhere between Halo and Dead or Alive. And then there's Honkai Third Impact, which predates all three of them, and can't really play on PlayStation because it's not there, so can't really count that, unfortunately. Uh-oh.
Come any closer!
So was Promia going to kill Cissia? Or not?
That day, I ran with Chalky in my arms. I kept running and running, farther and farther, to somewhere I thought Promia could never reach me. I know how sweepers operate. Once they've laid eyes on you, they don't let go. After that, I never went near a cleaned site again. I wandered in fear for a long time. Until one day, Jane dragged me into public security, and Commissioner Severian gave me a chance to become a specialist.
So, she ran into Jane Doe, Jane brought her in, and was like, hey, work for us and you'll be taken care of. Problem solved.
Now, word was Caledon had completely fallen apart, that the Outer Ring had a new ruler, that the sweepers were the ones getting crushed now.
Pompeii, right? Or, Big Daddy? One of those two.
If the Commissioner hadn't dragged me into this investigation, I would have never crossed paths with them again.
No wonder you panicked.
No wonder you panicked the moment you saw them. That's brutal. Anyone would be scared.
I barely survived once. I'm not letting them catch me again. Not dying quietly without a trace. Nope, not me.
Well, spoiler alert, we know Promia is going to be playable, so there is definitely more to her side of the story. Complete murder mode aside.
So, let's just pull out, Proxy. It's not just the sweepers we're dealing with. There's whoever's behind those fated ethereals, too. I don't know who's pulling the strings behind the scenes, but this is way too risky for us.
Cissia gives you a pleading, sincere look, just as you want to say something. A nauseating feeling wells up in your chest. What, Ro?
Proxy, you get what I'm saying, right? Staying alive is what matters most. Schemes, rewards, any of it, none of it matters if we're dead.
Uh-oh. Wise? My man, are you okay? Surge of pain plunges your world into darkness. World of Darkness. Never played any of those games. Like Vampire Masquerade. What am I doing? Oh, right. The commotion of the world fades as you plummet. Darkness envelops you like a cocoon, as if that would save you from those awful memories of the past. Just like that, time passes in a flash, and after who knows how long, your consciousness resurfaces. A boiling energy surges within, about to burst. You want to call out for help, but only distorted cries come from your throat that squeeze out that promise made over 10 years ago.
We'll become Helios. We'll conquer.
We'll conquer the Hollow.
Faith. Icarus.
Phaethon and Icarus. More Greek mythology names, because Phaethon is the name of a deity in the pantheon. I don't think it's the Olympians, though. Or at least someone under there. And then there's Icarus, of course, the kid who flew too close to the sun. And in God of War's continuity, he was stranded on an island, grew old and mad from being alone, and then Kratos basically killed him after Icarus attacked him. Okay, then. Where is this Golden Hands ruins? Why am I here? I have to go.
Go where?
Uh-oh, is there a hidden backstory to Wise and Bell we don't know about?
This isn't right. It shouldn't be ruins. The place I need to go. I remember.
Remember who you are, Simba, yes. Tell them I've already seized the sun. The sun. Wait, is this leading into the plot into the subplot relating to Lady Sunbringer? That's the only other thing I can think of.
No! Just a dream.
What that got to me?
What time is it? When did I... This is my room. I don't remember coming back here at all.
Heck was that animation?
Just run. They're all tough. Oh, we can't beat them. Sir, you're saying you'll stay and cover us? Then it's a deal. Double good fortune. Until the next meal. We'll remember your sacrifice.
Right. I remember now. Cissia and I were discussing dropping out. Then everything went black. And I passed out. Did I overuse my eyes? I probably had a nightmare because Cissia took up most of the bed. Still, that dream felt so unsettling. Why would I dream something like that? I don't feel so good. I'd rather not think about it right now. I should step outside for some air. Looks like Cissia has been watching over me since I passed out. Better not wake her up. And Belle's door is shut. She's probably asleep already. Me passing out like that must have really worried her.
Sir, you actually volunteered to stay behind and cover our retreat. This case specialist is so touched. Hang in there. Once I get out of this hollow, I'll report to your superior, then I'll sit in your office, take over your position, and try every single flavor of omelet rice in the cafeteria. Then I'll find someone to rescue you. Just hang in there, boss. Wait, no, you're gone. So I'm the boss now. I, the boss, will be right back. Cissia mumbles incoherently in her sleep, sprawled out over the edge of the bed. She's out cold, drool already soaking onto the sheets. Her sleep talk is practically bubbling over with barely contained joy. Looks like there's zero chance of her waking up anytime soon. She must have been watching over you this whole time and dozed off without realizing it. Better let her rest. Okay, so Wise just collapsed. Cissia clearly is at the bedside, worried about him. Belle's door is closed, but doesn't seem to be locked. Listening carefully, you can faintly hear her mumbling in her sleep. Belle doesn't usually talk in her sleep unless she's really tired. Looks like she was really worried for you today. Gotta be more careful going forward. Can't let her worry like that again. For now, let her get some proper rest. Huh. But seriously though, what was that getting up animation? It's like, ugh. Like, really? Well, there's 6. Empty room. No one at the front desk. Wise, are you sure you should be stepping outside?
Huh? Is someone there?
Well, look who it is.
6th Street feels unusually quiet tonight. Even General Chop isn't open.
Yeah, he's right. He's not even there. There's our Corvid QT right over there. Talk to the woman in front of the arcade. Yep. And she's not wearing that black mask over her face like last time. Hello.
Wait, Miss Romuel? What are you doing out here at this hour?
Evening, Mr. Wise. Have you ever played Foodie Fighters? You know, the game being advertised over there.
Can't say I have.
Yeah, I play it fairly often. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to say. Why are you here at this hour?
I figured as much. You look like a gamer. So, which character do you like?
Oh. A hot, big titty yeah. A hot, sexy, big titty goth chick with a great ass who likes games. Okay, they're really not making it easy to resist her, folks. They really are not.
If I had to choose, probably the cook. She's got lots of mix-ups and solid projectiles, great for controlling distance. My little sister really struggles against her.
I see. So you've got a younger sister. As for me, my favorite is Hannibal.
Hannibal? Isn't that the hardest character to use? Most of his kit is grapples, his movement speed is slow, and the model's huge. Hardly anyone picks him. Sorry, I wasn't trying to put down your favorite character. I've been destroyed by skilled Hannibal players plenty of times.
It's fine. His lack of mobility is simply a fact. But once you get into grab range, a single throw can be devastating. I find that rather compelling, don't you?
Basically, the wait for it, let him cook until that perfect moment until you strike.
Did you know, when arcades first took off, quick, agile characters weren't actually that popular? The graphics in action games back then were so rough that all that fast movement was enough to make players dizzy. I'm pretty into old school arcade games, so I've read up on their history. As it turns out, slow but deadly grapplers were actually the most popular picks in those days.
She's a gamer. Wedding ring, my bedroom, now.
I see. Still, it's a bit unexpected. I assumed the character you liked or your preferred style would be something more lightweight.
If you mean how I fought in the competition, you're not wrong. But in virtual matches, it's fun to mix things up. You don't exactly get many chances in real life to flip someone over and pile drive them into the ground. Legally.
In other words, it's a nice power fantasy.
Compared to me, you seem much more consistent, inside and out. Keeping your distance from the brutes, wearing them down with your head until they step right into your trap. Whether in a game or the real deal, it's the same approach for you, isn't it, Mr. Wise?
Ugh, even her corset and leather strap leave a little indentation on her boobas.
All right. Your turn now.
Huh? My turn? For what?
I asked which character you like. You answered. So now it's only fair that you get to ask me a question. Go on.
There is something I'd like to ask. It's so late. why are you wandering around 6th Street alone?
That's what you want to know. All right. Where do I start? Let's skip the exposition then and jump straight to the point. Long story short, we're after the same W engine. I thought it over, and a niche antique like that would be perfect for my collection. So, sorry, but I guess that makes us direct competitors now. That said, if I want to stay in the event, I need to get my ethereal card fixed before the next stage of the competition. Someone pointed me to a mechanic on 6th Street. That's why I'm here.
Uh-oh. Because if it's broken, then she'd be disqualified, right?
You mean Enzo? He lives nearby, and yes, he's skilled. But his shop's closed at this hour. More importantly, how did you manage to break your ethereal card to begin with?
I input a cheat code. Up, up, down, down, left, left, right, right, B-A, B-A, and it just went black.
That's a video game code.
That's a standard video game cheat code. Using it in a holo competition is certainly reckless, Miss Romuel.
It wasn't just a random decision. Years ago, during one of the early holo champion competitions, a programmer actually hid a cheat code inside an ethereal card. It even made the news. The scores were so tight today, so I figured if it still worked, maybe I could squeeze out a few extra points. Guess history didn't repeat itself this time.
Clearly you tripped the anti-cheat system.
Since it's happened before, it's normal they'd add anti-cheat measures. And you ran straight into them. Give me your card. Now that I know what happened, I think I can fix it.
You can fix it? Oh, thank you. If the competition starts again and my card's still dead, I'll be in real trouble.
Ramia hands over her ethereal card. You check it over. As expected, she did in fact trip the anti-cheat, but it's not too hard to fix. Possibly. Wait, you use this chance to destroy your ethereal card. You could. No, the thought crosses your mind dark and sudden. You shove the wild thought aside and focus on the repair.
By the way, Mr. Wise, why are you wandering around this late?
Fair's fair to ask the question back. Sure you want to ask that right now?
You sure you want to ask while I should be focusing on repairing your card? But to answer your question, I'm not out here for any particular reason. I just had a nightmare and needed some air.
Nightmare? If you, fall asleep face down, dreams of getting chased are pretty common.
No, I dreamt of some ruins. Everyone I knew was gone, and I was left all alone. And my hand...
Was your hand getting corrupted by ether? Or was it something even worse?
It was
something I've never seen before. A golden ether. No, it might not have been ether at all. Some kind of unfamiliar substance.
He was turning into a super sandwich. Super Saiyan, excuse me. Yeah, I've been watching a little too much Bricky, and he uses the Dragon Ball Z abridged Super Saiyan, but replaced with sandwich joke. And I couldn't help myself. But yeah, he was turning gold like freaking Super Saiyan or a freaking Devil May Cry Devil Trigger or something. But gold. Wait, why am I telling her any of this? Yeah, why are you telling her any of this?
Sorry, I'm just rambling. Ignore what I said. Here, your ethereal card's all good again.
Maybe it's a bad idea to blurt stuff that is need to know wise. How have you even managed to be undercover this long if you're just gonna blabber like that?
That's amazing! Now I can finally sleep in peace tonight.
You're not worried I might smash the card?
That's good. Though, I have to ask, aren't you trusting a competitor a little too easily? Weren't you worried I might just smash your card?
I wouldn't call it trust. I'm just giving a citizen who has nothing to hide the benefit of the doubt. And since you helped me out, in return, let me take a little look at that nightmare you mentioned.
Uh-oh.
I'm curious, what does a nightmare mean to you? I see.
Ooh.
Looks like you do have something to hide after all, Mr. Model Citizen.
So she can read thoughts by looking directly through people's eyes?
Anyway, I'll pay you back for this favor by dealing with your nightmare in the future.
Wait. Earlier you asked me why I was out so late, and I answered. It's my turn now. What exactly do you mean by pay you back?
You really like this little Q&A game, huh? Too bad. We'll have to call it here. Someone over there seems to be looking for you.
Are you there?
Romeo glances back towards the video store, and right on cue, Cissia's anxious voice echoes from inside.
See you around. Oh, also, in the next round, you might want to be careful of Hannibals or other suspicious characters that try to creep up on you.
So long as you're one of the few that I can be pleasantly surprised by, yes. I'll be careful. Romeo turns and walks into an alley, disappearing around the corner. Sheesh. I barely know anything about this chick other than her design, and I'm like smitten. Ugh. I need a wife of that caliber one day, baby. I wasn't such a freaking loser and a shut-in.
Wise! There you are. So, you were wandering around outside? I knew I heard voices earlier. Was someone else here just now?
Someone who likes suplexes.
It's hard to explain. Basically, someone who likes suplexes.
So a violent maniac? You should stay away from people like that. Your tiny frame wouldn't survive.
Why do I get the feeling that Romeo likes tough men? Like, tough in the bed men, if you know what I mean. Ugh, this game does shit to me. I've been watching too many lewd VTubers, too. I'm corrupted.
Anyway, enough about that. Do you know how worried Bill and I were? You collapsed and then snuck out in the middle of the night. What if you passed out in the street?
Sorry for making you worry. I woke up and needed some air. Thanks for staying with me while I was asleep, Cissia.
Don't just thank me with words. You gotta take action. I was protecting you even in my sleep, you know. In my dream, you were surrounded by outlaws, and I chose to stay behind and cover your escape.
So it was me she was dreaming about. Wasn't it Severian who stayed behind? Whatever, I'll just buy her a late night snack.
From what you were mumbling in your sleep, it sounds like someone else covered our retreat. Anyway, let's get something to eat. What do you want? My treat.
You're treating me? Heck yeah! Manager, you're the most generous person alive. Once this specialist here wraps up the case perfectly, your name is totally going in the report. Oh, that sounded kind of weird. Never mind. Oh, I saw this pudding in your fridge earlier. It looked amazing. I want that.
That one's a limited edition that I bought, but fine.
That pudding's a limited edition I queued up for earlier. But it's yours now. Just don't let Belle see it. She'll definitely demand you give her half.
Manager, you're the best. If you're worried about getting caught, how about we sneak off somewhere quiet to eat it? I'll take you there first, then slip back and rescue the pudding. Silent and quick.
Under Cissia's insistent invitation, you're half dressed up to the video store's rooftop. Not long after, pudding in hand, she tiptoes over from the store.
Oh, wow. This flavor. I can't really explain it, but you could just tell it's premium. So good.
Huh. Interesting little panel. She seems happy.
Why are you staring at me like that? I'm not sharing, okay? Well, unless you really want some. Here, just one bite.
No, you eat. You helped a lot in today's match. Take this chance to unwind a bit.
What is it? Are you, still feeling sick?
Hey, don't talk with food in your mouth. I'm fine now. I just had a headache when I woke up, so I got some fresh air to clear my mind.
Gotta admit, you're tougher than you look. But, fine. Let me just say it. Proxy, the real reason you refused to quit the competition, it's got something to do with you suddenly passing out earlier, right? Some kind of special illness?
What makes you think that?
What a lucky guess! I mean, as a pub sex specialist, I've got a knack for these things, okay? Now, I suspect you are withholding information and obstructing official duties. I order you to confess immediately, leniency if you cooperate, consequences if you resist.
Cissia, this is the kind of trouble you usually try to avoid. Are you sure you want to hear about it?
Yeah, it is a pain, hearing you talk about your illness and all. But wouldn't it be worse if something actually happens to you, and I can't hang out here and eat your snacks anymore? If you're gone, what am I supposed to eat?
I don't know, the General Chop is literally right there.
That's very on brand for you. If I went through every detail, you'd probably fall asleep before I finished. So, how about I tell you the condensed version? I've been relying on a specialized ocular implant to navigate hollows, but lately it's been harder to control. My body seems to be reacting to it. That's why I passed out. One of the competition prizes is a Porceloid W engine, and Porceloid seems to alleviate my symptoms. So, no matter what, I want to obtain it and understand how it works. Though, I admit I may have been too reckless.
I see. So what you're really saying is you want to win that prize to save your life? Or, well, save your career as a proxy? Then if I said, Billy and I will stay in the competition and win that W engine for you, and you can just withdraw and wait safely at home for good news, what would you say?
Well, probably not a good idea, considering it was thanks to me that we managed to, well, reorient the map and save a whole bunch of people. So I don't think it's even an option.
I'm sorry, Cissia. You need a skilled proxy. If what happened today happens again, entering the hollow without a navigator would be extremely dangerous. In the past, Belle would be able to assist, but she recently disabled her connection config to the HDD to help me. But that also means she can't be a proxy for the time being. And since it's a problem with my eyes, using EOS will only exacerbate the issue. That leaves me with no choice but to continue competing in person. After we secure the W engine, however, I may need to take some time to adjust.
Alright. I swear, eating and sleeping at your place has turned me into some goody two-shoes too. Well, since you've made up your mind, I'll stick with you through this mess.
Well, she's loyal and dedicated, if anything.
Okie let's lay out our battle plan. You and Billy, well, mostly Billy, will act as bait, draw everyone's attention, and while nobody's looking, I'll slip into the prize vault and steal the W engine.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Hold on. When did this plan even come into existence? Stealing the prizes would get you dismissed from public security, and you'd end up in prison. I'm vetoing this career suicide scheme right now.
As you should.
Idiots! I was kidding! Like I'd actually throw away this perfect job over something like that! Only a fool would sign up for that! But, remember how uneasy you felt just now when I suggested that plan? Because that's exactly how I feel whenever you're the one putting yourself in danger!
Okay, so... She does genuinely fear for his life and doesn't want him to get killed. It's not just post-traumatic disorder or anything.
So listen up. In the contest coming up in a few days, you're not allowed to use any of your eye powers. You're a pretty well-read proxy, right? Surely you've got other ways to find your path without relying on your eyes? Don't ask me how. I wouldn't have a clue. And as a snake Thyron, I can see and track the ether traces left behind by living things. You know, that thing you thought was my sense of smell? It's kind of like that. What I'm saying is, I can help with navigation too.
Snake there, and I can see him track their traces left by, a thing you thought was my smell, kind of like that. Oh, right, because, kind of like how pit vipers, how they can not really smell, they just, sense heat. Kind of like it, almost like it was a scent of smell, and then they are able to follow it. That's basically what it is, what she's describing.
Just so we're clear, at all times, my top priority is staying alive. I'm not risking my life for your problems. But I also don't want to see you get hurt again. It ruins the pudding. This is the conclusion I came up with after really putting my mind to it while you were passed out. So you'd better respect all the brain power I put into this. No objections allowed. Not if you understand.
All right. I understand, Cissia. I promise you.
Good. And now I finished the pudding too. Oh, looks like I forgot to save you a bite. Anyway, this case specialist is tired. Oh, let's go home and sleep.
Indeed. Sneak back to the video store with Cissia. You hold your breath, keeping it light in your feet. Can't afford to make a sound. While keeping your head down and sneaking forward, you suddenly bump into a slightly trembling tail. Looking up, you realize Cissia has stopped in her tracks. Something wrong? Why, you're not gonna go back on that promise you made just now, right? Have you gotten tricked a lot? Back when I was in the outer ring, those friends of mine, those idiots who swore up and down they'd take care of themselves, they always made such big promises too. But the moment we got into danger, they went and charged in, talking big. We had a deal. They said they'd trust me. Those idiots, do they not understand how precious life is? Cissia's shoulders tremble faintly, uncontrollably. You reach out and give her shoulder a gentle pat. Okay, so she had friends that were not careful, and they got in over their head, and they went, well, dead, I'm guessing. Cissia's shoulders tremble faintly, uncontrollably. You reach out and give her shoulder a gentle pat. You're my ace in the hollow right now. Gotta be more confident, or otherwise I won't feel safe. Cissia freezes for a second, staring at that sincere and honest face in front of her before finally bursting into laughter. I'm trying to talk to you about something serious here, and you're still cracking jokes. I'll haul you to the precinct right now, but that'll make you feel real safe. Have mercy, oh great Cissia. You better. Not that I do much if... No, not that I can do much if you don't trust me. After all, you managed to survive in the outer ring on your own for so long. Slip into my place without anyone noticing. Hey, is that a compliment or a complaint? It wasn't a complaint, I swear. I trust your skills more than anyone else. I trust you'll definitely get me home safe and sound. At the same time, in a secluded building.
When I first laid out your mission objectives, I believe I was perfectly clear. Don't you agree?
Rusty Cliff? Isn't that the organizer?
Choosing silence now. How unbecoming. Find a way to thin the herd. Make them drop out. You're the funnel for the first round of cuts. I distinctly remember those instructions being very explicit.
So, despite being one of the sponsors, Rusty Cliff is having the sweepers go in and either incapacitate or outright murder people. And what reason? Well, we know there is one possible reason. It's the W engine, but seriously.
Now, perhaps you'd care to explain this to me. How exactly does that directive get interpreted as indiscriminate slaughter of contestants and the ethereals they turn into?
Okay, so the wonton murder mode was not part of the plan, but you probably should have done your research before you hired Mr. Wolfbane over here.
There are 1,000 ways to force people out of the competition, yet you chose the loudest, bloodiest one. You dragged civilian deaths into it, blew the whole thing wide open, and put public security, the city administration, and Krampus on high alert. Truly impressive work.
I'm beginning to think that he just loves violence, and that's why he did it.
I don't owe explanations to some mid-level lackey like you. Take a good look at what's left of these washouts still in the running. Get me on the line with him. He'll back my track record, and he'll tell you to shut your yapping.
Ooh.
He won't be speaking with you, Black Wolf Mule. Did you really think he hadn't already made his position clear to me? He's disappointed. Deeply disappointed.
I'm telling you, get me through to him. Talking to you is a waste of time. I've cleared far more obstacles for him than you ever have. He will listen to me.
They did a whole censorship beat there for some reason.
Well, there's no denying it. You were a very effective tool. That's precisely why I said he's disappointed. He believed you could handle this assignment. Unfortunately, he was mistaken. Your brutality ruined everything. When a tool still has its master's scent on it, the hounds don't take long to find it. I truly am sorry, Mule. Arranging an escape route is the last thing we can do for you. We'll find a new funnel elsewhere. Lie low for now. Your boat departs at 3:30 in the morning from the outermost dock at Port Elpis. No electronic devices steering the handoff. Good luck.
What kind of joke is this? A mangy lapdog dares look down on me? I'll kill you. I'll find you and rip you apart.
Okay. He clearly was not the right hiring choice. And now he's mad because you won't let him kill people left and right.
So those aren't planning to protect me anymore. What now? Do I hide out in the outer ring? Or do I follow their instructions and head for Port Elpis? No. If I were him, I'd never be that generous to someone I planned to toss aside. I'd bait him out, then take him out nice and quiet. So that's why they're shipping me off by sea. Those backstabbing bastards. I got an itch and offed a few worthless nobodies, and now they actually want me dead?
Someone's angry.
No way. I'm not ending up as fish food at the bottom of the ocean. Gotta think of something.
Getting home with Cissia last night, Belle woke up and immediately lunged at me without a word. Took forever to calm her down with apologies and reassurances before she finally calmed down enough to go back to sleep. Gotta be more careful going forward so she doesn't worry like that again. Still a few days before the next phase. Maybe there's still time to make moves. If I keep competing in my current state, might not even be able to use Fairy freely. I should head downstairs and talk strategy with Belle and Cissia. We have to make sure we win the Porceloid engine. Night talk for the lost. Okay, can I actually do my dailies? I haven't been able to do that all day because of this mission thing. Nice, couple of polychromes. Deadly Assault. There's Yuzua. I might as well do a little something right here. So the final clue was pointing to this thing. Finally found it. What'd you find? Oh, it's wise. Well, I guess I could tell you then. I'd keep it secret from anyone else. Have you heard about that urban legend going around lately? There's this mysterious object, and if you get your hands on it, you'll become incredibly lucky. There's quite a long story about it. Want to hear? Of course, there is. Let me hear it. Lots of stories start with some guy finding something strange, and this one's no different. The man once just a poor commoner, then one day he dug up a peculiarly shaped piece of metal from his field, and his fate suddenly took a dramatic turn. Saved a wealthy young man's life. Out of that act of heroism, the two grew close and became inseparable friends. They started a business together and went on to make more money than they ever could count. One day, a mysterious man approached him. According to this person, his friend was plotting behind his back, attempting to take sole control of the business they had built together. At first, I thought it was all nonsense, but the seed of doubt kept growing in his heart until he finally broke down. There seemed to be many signs that his friend was plotting to kill him for money. So this is the anti-Waffle House episode story. So he was ultimately consumed by his fear of the unknown, choosing to take his friend's life. Yeah, definitely the opposite of Waffle House. They could have just talked it out. Did his friend really betray him? Yeah, but instead of doubting distant strangers, he chose to doubt the friend he'd known for years. However, after his friend's death, the man discovered something even more terrifying. Evidence that proved his friend's innocence started surfacing, more and more of them. Thought killing his friend would get rid of the fear and anxiety from the unknown, but it just came back stronger than ever. His friend's death left a massive void in his heart, and it wasn't just about losing the time they'd shared. That void meant the unknown would remain forever unknown, no more answers, no more chances. So the truth remains a mystery. What happened after? What happened to him after? The man slowly lost his mind, tormented by the unknown. One day, unable to bear the weight of it all, he set fire to the curtains in his mansion. Just like that, his doubts, his fears, even his very existence were all consumed by the flames. After his death, some nobody from the same industry suddenly shot to fame, riding the shockwaves of the incident. Rumor has it the whole thing was a setup he'd laid from the start. So somebody played a trick on one of the two partners, and that partner, being the weakest in terms of will, killed his friend, couldn't handle it, set himself on fire, and now the guy who started it ended up taking over the business. Dirty. So this was all part of his scheme. Who can say what the truth really was? I don't know either. That's what it sounds like to me, honestly. A regularly shaped metal chunk appeared in your palm. When Yuzuha handed it to you, it was still warm from her touch. They say this was left behind in the big fire. Really? What could this piece of metal be? A weapon? Or a gift? Or perhaps the suspicious lucky charm that survived a story riddled from the unknown? And again, maybe it's just a little prop the storyteller made up to make things sound more convincing. You're making up stories again. Or you're not messing with me, are you? Did I make it up? You'll have to guess. Did you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this little charm really can bring luck. Luck is never absolute. When everything seems to go the way you want to believe, it might just be leading you to disaster. Could it be that his subconscious doubt gave rise to the very person who set the trap? Cissia is such a cute little snake. Yes, she is. Could it be that the world around him began bending to his suspicion? Luck is a double-edged sword sometimes. That's kind of scary. But hey, look at it this way. If man had chosen to embrace the unknown instead of chasing down every shadow of misfortune he imagined, maybe the story would have taken a different turn. Believe in the friends standing before you, not the paranoid delusions whispering from who knows where. Trust that you're lucky, not doubt that you deserve to be. Face reality will both be on the ground, except the unknown will always exist. Rather than hiding in your own world, doubting everything in vain, everything will be different. In the story, someone who feared the unknown ended up summoning even greater unknown. Oh god, she's still talking. She's definitely autistic. The world really is full of strange and fascinating things, huh? So whether any of that story was true or not, well, why don't you take a guess? Ugh, she just kept on talking. Talking. What was I doing? Okay. Roll for Namgong. Nope, nothing. Just one lowly A. Wait a minute. Maybe I'll get lucky. We shall see. Nope. Not lucky at all. Not even remotely close. So much for that streaming luck. Just gonna have to keep going. Ugh. I could use the monochromes, but honestly, I'd rather save them for an outfit. That's what I've been wanting to do with them for months, but I never got the opportunity. If I have to, but hopefully not. So, I initially thought we were going to go into round 2, but this was a whole interim between the rounds. So, clearly, that's not what was going to happen, or at least what I thought was going to happen. And I could... Well, I'm not going to start the next chapter, at least not yet. What I think I'd rather do is maybe do a date or two, see what happens. I could do a yay date, but I kind of want to give attention to other characters. Got it pretty rough. What makes you say that? Your Precinct's limited edition costume looks pretty heavy, but that's understandable having local features and part of the promotion. So are you an ace public security officer too? An ace public security officer? Don't you guys have that saying over there? Only an officer can do their job. Moonlight as Mew Mew will keep, all while keeping it secret from their coworkers, can stay as Officer Mew Mew. I'm the finest in the district. No one has discovered my true identity under this costume yet. Sorry, bipedal humanoid cat officer. You mentioned a costume just now. What costume? I mean the one you're wearing. Banyue isn't wearing a costume. No way, really? Have I caused you trouble? Sorry, I rarely come to this area. Are there any rules here that require wearing some special costume to pass through? No, I thought you were an officer from another area. I mean, my keen intuition tells me you've got some serious moves, and your appearance definitely matches public security's taste. I see. Thank you for the compliment, officer. That doesn't feel right. This officer does seem like the kind of cat to tell lies, so what they're saying might be straight from the heart. Pleasure to have met someone with such fine taste today. Okay. Bit of a misunderstanding there. I saw Lucy there on the map. Did I max her out already? No, I did not. Let's go ahead and talk to Lucy. Raise some of her stats a bit. I can find Lucy anyway. Wait. Oh, she's right there the whole time. You overhear a conversation between two passerbys outside the cinema. Are you about to leave the room to Lucy? Hey, small world running into here. Are you here for a movie? Are you here for a movie? Any recommendations? I've been in the outer ring for too long, totally clueless about latest movies. Hey, shouldn't you, the video store manager, be the one suggesting movies? About a horror movie, romantic movie, documentary. How about romantic? She really loves romantic. Sure, I'll trust your taste here. We're taking the little spicy Quesadilla out for a movie date, aren't we? Lucy buys 2 tickets and you enjoy the movie together. Don't give me that look. Allergies, not tears. I swear. Your movie tastes are unique. I'm kind of excited to see what's next on your list. Let's watch a movie together and again next time. All right. Okay then. That was a biggie. How much did that cost? Did that trigger? A lot, in fact. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do a Lucy date. Can't go any further. I want to see. I want to hang out. Why all of a sudden there's something you want to celebrate? What was it? Time for a ride. Okay. Is there something you want to celebrate? Every single day is a miracle worth celebrating. Proxy, you're not allowed to talk like that again. Is there anywhere you want to go in particular? Massages. How about a riverside walk? Are you saying the riverside trail near Lumina Square? Yeah, I feel like getting some fresh air. Sounds good to me. I'll give those little boars the day off today for your sake. When do you want to take the riverside stroll? Right now, in fact. Weather's great. Let's go for a walk. Okay, so what is... Before I do that... Okay. Just checking on some notifications. Huh. So the guy behind Cow and Chicken is making a new show called Armor Sores. Looks like Power Rangers-ish. That's random. Okay, so what was I looking at? The weather. Weather's great today. Let's take a stroll. What is the dialogue for this one? No, this one is for Lucy. Oh, there it is. So, Lycon has a similar sounding quest also. Oh. Okay. So, a bunch of either ors, among others. Okay. It's always so bustling here. Hey, one is early today, Proxy. By the way, the riverside of Lumina Square is always bustling. It's packed even on weekdays. Not only places like Blazewood had so many people not working. Why do you think these people have so much free time? Students, the freelancers, employees on vacation. I'll go with students. Are you serious, Proxy? I don't know about your school days, but mine were nothing like this. Sorting out endless business cases, writing non-stop papers, and acing equestrian and classical dance classes. Lucy, you had the aristocracy life. You didn't really have much of what I would say counts as a childhood. Everybody else that isn't part of nobility, or in this case, just general high upper class rich people shit, usually has more time to spare. Whereas you were being groomed to basically be like Seto Kaiba, except you ducked out of it and want nothing to do with it, and I can't say I blame her. Laugh all you want, but Luciana Oxes Theodoro de Montefiore is a competitive soul who would shine in any class. There's always a moment when one realizes that everything is meaningless. Thankfully, you didn't chat with Lucy, enjoying a relaxing walk along the river. I don't know why, but watching the river flow always drifts my mind. I was just thinking, if Grassy, Woody, and Bricky all fell into the river, which one should I save first? One of them is named Bricky. This is kind of a weird question. I guess it doesn't matter, huh? Why Grassy? He's the dumbest one. He does the same amount of work as others, but always hands in the shortest weekly report every time. Oh, you didn't know? My little boars can write. They write weekly reports. If you're really that curious, beg me and maybe I'll show you. If they fell in, I'd probably stand on the bank and use my whip to get them out one by one, closest first. You don't believe I could do that? Well, for one, I've not seen your whip. I've only seen a baseball bat, so I wouldn't know. Toss the else in the river and see. I promise to save it. I don't think I want to do that, to be honest. River is stunning at sunset, not a sight you see in Blazewood. I've always remembered it. Okay, that was weird. So... almost for Lucy. I might do another one later. What about Caesar? Caesar. Okay. Can I come see you under the stars? So bored. Okay, I did the Are You in Blazewood right now. So let's do So Bored. What's up? Nothing going on these days. Even a proxy wants to slack off sometimes. Gotcha. Want to come out and chill? I'm in Blazewood with everyone for a few days. Any suggestions? Meteor shower. Anything cool happening? We did the meteor shower, right? Market sounds pretty fun. Yeah, we did the meteor shower already, so let's do market. No problem. Let's go to the market together. I'll be waiting. Alright, so alternate quest for Caesar. Meet up with Caesar by the elevator at the lower level of Blazewood. Wait, haven't I done this one? I feel like I might have. Tyke crates. No, I don't think I did do this one. Because I don't know, I don't remember the name. I do not remember the name at all. I might be conflating it with the one with lighter, with the cactus. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, I think this is different. I don't think I've done this one. There you are, Proxy. Thanks for coming all this way. No worries, I'm here to have fun. No sweat. I get to see you after all. Aww. You showed me around the city, and now it's my turn to guide you around the outer ring. What do they sell here? Everything. Snacks, toys, handmade crafts, and all sorts of odds and ends. Come on, I'll take you around. You might find something interesting. They're selling all kinds of motorcycle parts here. You know, they kind of did a little hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge with Caesar in the movie theater before. And among other things. Select 747's on sale today. Bang Boo wasn't wearing something something. And you know... Oh, by the way, there's a stall ahead. You'll definitely find. They... Kind of surprised they didn't do anything with Caesar, now I think about it. They kind of like... It was pretty straightforward, but now they've kind of just been putting little drips here and there. And Casa's here, too. That's nice. We haven't seen her in a while. I like coming back and seeing these characters. Okay, so the rest doesn't really matter. Proxy, we're here, and this is the place. Casa. Easy there, folks. All the tyke crates we found are right here. Charity sale is about to kick off. Here are the rules. No touching, no weighing, 5,000 dennies per crate. Pick a number, pay up, and receive your box immediately. What are these crates? We call them tyke crates, or crates of fortune. People in the city often dump scrapped vehicles in the outer ring, and you might stumble upon forgotten deliveries hidden in big rigs. If you're lucky, you can find them before the scavengers do. When townspeople discover such crates, Casa organizes a charity sale at the market, using the money to repair the town's facilities or support the elderly and children without any means of support. Since nobody knows what's inside, it could be a bunch of useless papers or a treasure trove, all for 5,000 dennies. So they're surprise boxes. Feeling lucky, you might end up with nothing, but the type crates are the most popular item in the market. They sell out almost immediately after going on sale, so they're basically like those mystery boxes you get at convention centers, basically. Or mystery bags, I should say. Sure, I'll give it a shot. Choose a number and I'll grab the crate for you. 99. Well, I don't know what's in 99, so I'll go with number 20. Caesar pushes her way into the crowd, slips the money into Casa's hand, then quickly gets the crate with number 20 and tosses it over. The crate is so light you can barely feel anything inside. You and Caesar head to a place with fewer people. Let's open the crate here. Open the crate nervously. So it's a CD. Huh, I thought it was empty at first. It's titled Yesterday's Spotlight, and it's old. Wait, what? Let me see. It's really Yesterday's Spotlight? Haha, I can't believe I found it here. Is this CD special? Yeah, actually, it's something Big Daddy was looking for. This CD itself isn't special, and the singer isn't famous, but he was a close friend of Big Daddy in the old capital when they were young. According to Big Daddy, the singer struggled for years before finally getting signed by a music studio and releasing this album. He promised Big Daddy a CD once it was out, but then the old capital fell. What happened to the singer? No one knows. Maybe he met his end during the fall. He wasn't famous, so the CD's sales were already low, and even fewer taken out of the old capital, so Big Daddy, after all these years, still hasn't been able to find it. Please, Proxy, can I buy that CD off you? No, take it. On me. But that's your CD. It's special to you, so it's all good. Let's give it to Big Daddy together as a gift. Thank you so much, Proxy. Caesar tucks the CD away carefully, and the two of you go to the other stalls in the market and have a great time together. Aww. That was awesome. Now we got one more date. But who do I want to do? Okay, so I could not trigger anything for Caesar just yet. But I am close. Speaking of which, trigger? Maybe. Let's see. Calling trigger. Trigger, I need you. It won't go up any further. Yeah, I won't go any further. Calling trigger. Received and awaiting instructions. You have received a new mission. Mission objective. Confirm your upcoming schedule. Let me know your available times and then meet with me. Understood. Top priority task is now set to meet the proxy. Task in progress. Please hold. Report. Schedule's clear. Mission progress exceeded 50%. Need to rendezvous with the proxy at agreed time and location and complete the remaining half of mission. Please provide next instructions. Give me a moment. Proxy, I'm fine with going anywhere and doing anything. I'm happy just to see you. Please take your time and make a decision. Wait a minute. Massage at Lumina. I think I'll go treat the lady to a massage. Shall we go get a massage at Lumina? A massage? You mean at Old Dewey's physiotherapy studio? I've heard of the place. Even within the Defense Force, his skill is quite famous. Relaxing both body and mind after busy day. Let's ease our fatigue together. Thanks for looking out for me, Proxy. I'm sure handling commissions and managing your store must be tough for you too, so let's relax together. To be honest, I'm curious about what a massage feels like. Will it be painful or will it tickle? Let's meet at the parking lot in Lumina. I have a feeling this will be a really interesting experience. Oh, yes. Never gotten a massage. Trigger, where have you been? You meet up with Trigger at the parking lot at Lumina. Heck, I'll do it for you if you so desire. Especially if it means feeling that nice, toned body of yours. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so date number 3, and I'm basically all set. So... So what's the name? I'll... Put it to good use next time. Long name for such a quest. Okay, so it's a doesn't matter one. Phew, Proxy, I'm ready. You look nervous, Trigger. It's nothing, just a little worried since my sense of touch is so sensitive. Why don't we do something different? No, I want to try it. I'll be okay. Let's go. There's a first time for everything. I feel like buying some flowers to decorate the dorm, but Seed would eat them. So she was even mentioning Seed even this far back, was she? I've always wondered what a massage feels like. Back when I was in the Liar Squad, Kalkaitis tricked me into believing it was something akin to a military hand-to-hand combat technique. Captain Karen gave him a good beating after that, but not before I went around telling everyone I want to learn massage and defeat my enemies through massage, making quite a spectacle of myself. I never thought I'd actually end up here learning massage. Isn't this getting a little off topic? Roxy, I want to learn massage. It might make me a bit nervous, but I want to master old Dewey's massage techniques. There's quite a few blind massage parlors in New Airdo. I've always thought, considering my eyes, perhaps I'd have a natural talent for it. Why do you want to learn it? It's a secret right now. I'll tell you after massage. So, which treatment are you more interested in? I'll choose the same as you. Pressure point, chiropractic, regular oil rub down. Oil massage, truth be told, that's what I'd like to learn most. I've heard it's magic that can make your body feel lighter. It sounds very tempting. You chose an essential oil massage along with Trigger. The aromas and essential oils makes you feel lightheaded, and the pressure of the massage is just right. Afterwards, your whole body feels lighter. Like a feather. Or that lovely lock of gold hair. So this is what a massage feels like. I can definitely use this next time. I've learned all the massage techniques old Dewey uses. With a bit of practice, I should be able to perfectly replicate all of his techniques. You're really putting a lot of effort into this. If you tap into a soldier's resilience and memory, overcoming perceptual feedback and remembering it precisely isn't that difficult. Next time you feel fatigued, let me give you a massage. Ooh, yes, but I want to give you, my lady, a nice one too. All's fair. Did you want to learn massage because I thought if I could learn how to give massages, I could do something for you when you're tired? There's not much I can do for you, so even if it's something small, I just want to help out. She really does have mommy energy. Oh, I love her. Not just for you, of course, your sibling, everyone in Oval Squad. If they need it, I want them to be able to relax too. I think massage is a form of physical recovery that'll be useful in a lot of situations. I hope you will get to relax as well, Trigger. Me, I'm fine. Just being with everyone already helps me relax. That's not relaxation. You're right, I'm mixing things up. No matter how relaxed I am mentally, my body still needs rest. I suddenly have an idea. Proxy, would you give me a message when I'm tired? Oh wait, Proxy, would you give me a massage when I'm tired? Oh, yes. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. I'll look forward to it. In return, whenever you feel physically tired, please be sure to tell me. I'm sure I can help you relax. Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh. She may not be the bustiest chick in the cast, but still, can't really complain with the results. I would like to see them do a storyline where we see what her eyes look like. Would be nice. Little bonding moment. Okay, well that's it for that bit. So that's all the dates. Okay. So I think that's good enough for now. I do not have enough time to continue the rest of the to continue on with the story. I wanted to earlier, but stuff kind of happened And then I kind of kept putting it off. And now here I am. So that'll do it for now. We had that whole nightmare scene with Cissia. Cissia's backstory. And everything else. And Romeo is up to some no good shenanigans. And we took Lucy, Trigger, and Caesar out on a couple of dates. So I'd say that's a good enough catch up on that front. So I have been neglecting that, and I need to do more of them. But hopefully tomorrow, if I have time, I will continue onwards, especially since I have stuff to do. What's this? Uh-oh, one of these. I need these. So we gotta do this. I really hope I can get Nangong. I've already done a whole bunch of the tidal wave shit. So yeah, I'm basically done for tonight. So thank y'all for watching. Not the most eventful chapter, but we did get backstory for Cissia. Wise is finally acknowledging that he has a problem, and we even got to see Ramiel again, and she seems to have some special abilities of her own, and we are definitely going to find out eventually. So that's everything. Yeah, and we did some dates that we've neglected for a while, so I'm happy about that. So come hopefully tomorrow, if able, I will do the next part, and we will start the next day of the tournament, assuming that is what happens. So thank y'all for watching. Be back later with the next part.